Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in my last video, I kind of told you guys some of the behind the scenes reality about me, the real person of me, how I am not everything you see on social media, how some of the joy I have in my YouTube videos, I do not have in real life 24/7. Now, when I'm filming the YouTube videos, of course, I have 100% positivity in those videos, and I'm positive in that moment. But I'm not positive in every single aspect in my life, and that's kind of what I talked about in my last video, but this is kind of a part two into that. So, another thing that I have been struggling with probably for a year now is anxiety. Now, anxiety can be caused by a bunch of things. It can be caused by, oh gosh, one thing is people, meeting new people, social anxiety. Another thing that could be caused by it is loneliness, fear. There's so many other things. My kind of like anxiety that I struggle with is just fear. I have fear about something and I start having these anxiety. I don't want to say attacked. I have had attacks before, but they're kind of just like little like glimpses of what could happen, what has already happened, or what is in the future that could happen. I have anxiety all the time, guys. Now, I have learned to cope with it in some ways. One of the ways is talking to God, obviously. I am a huge believer. I have huge faith. I have courage in my faith, and I am a huge believer of God, and He has helped me through it a lot. Another thing that I have learned to cope with it is painting. I love, love, love painting. I've been painting for probably 2 months, 2 or 3 months. I absolutely love it, and that's sort of my just putting all my feelings into what I paint. That's basically what the aspect of it is, and also filming YouTube videos. Obviously, that gets rid of anxiety. It helps get rid of my anxiety a lot. But I still cope with it. I still go through it. I haven't had. I will say this though. I have not had. Now I've had a panic attack in like 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I have not had like an actual anxiety attack since my last relationship and friendship ended. And that was probably the beginning of December, ending of November, around that time ish. And around that time is when I had my very last full blown anxiety attack. And that one was probably the worst one ever. I mean, I'm gonna take off my glasses, guys, because every time I look at the camera, I see like glares. The last time I had an anxiety attack was November, December ish, the beginning of December, ending in November ish. That's when my past friendship and relationship ended. Um, it can be really hard to cope with it because that one was scary. That one was the most scariest one I've ever had. I don't talk about my anxiety a lot. In real life, I barely talk about it with my parents. I don't talk about it at all, actually, with my parents. I mean, I've talked about it one time, but that wasn't even about talking about anxiety. That was kind of like a suicide attempt, but I didn't like tell them the full scoop into it. Because I didn't want them to worry about it, and I was 19, and I wanted to I thought that I could handle it myself, and I did. They helped a lot with it too, but besides that one part, I haven't really talked about my suicide. I wouldn't say suicide thoughts and anxiety. Now, I have not had suicidal thoughts in more than since November. I haven't had suicidal thoughts. I've had the thought of it, but I haven't actually attempted it since probably, I want to say probably April, May, probably of last year, 2025. I've had thoughts, but that's where the anxiety kicks in. I've had thoughts about it, but I have not done it. I have not attempted it, which is good. My family's helped along with it. My pastor, now I don't tell my pastor about it either. But just hearing his thoughts about God, hearing like all his teachings about God really helps settle my nerves, settle my anxiety and my thoughts. So that is another thing. And just worshiping God and singing. Now, I am not a singer, guys. I am a singer, but like I haven't like gone public with it because I'm not good at it. I mostly just sing in my house when I'm alone, and I'm alone a lot. So, I basically sing alone in my house. I don't really sing in public, really. I mean, I sing in church, but like it's not like only me singing. It's a bunch of other people singing, so you hear me, but also a bunch of other people. So I have not sang in public since my youth group was in play, and that was, gosh, that was a long time ago. I think that was a long time ago. I was in 12th grade then, and now I'm 20. So, but yeah, anxiety can be caused by a lot of things. Mine is fear. Mine is kind of loneliness, not really loneliness, mostly fear. But I have learned to cope with it, and you are not alone if you have anxiety, depression, anything, suicidal thoughts. If you have anything going on, you're not alone. There's always a call away. You can comment on this video. You can DM me on Instagram, DM me on Facebook. You can do anything to get in contact with me. You can do anything, and I will help you through it. Because I have experience through anxiety. So yeah, that is probably the biggest thing about myself that I don't really share on the internet is my anxiety. Um, I haven't. I have. I think about anxiety a lot. I think my last like anxiety thought, I think that was really big, was probably the December 20th. Probably, I think. I know it was just before Christmas. Because I was having thoughts about how I don't have this friendship I was in for a very short period of time, but I wasn't in this friendship, so I was alone this Christmas. Now, I wasn't. I had my family with me, so I was not alone this Christmas, but I was alone in the friendship outside of my family area. And that really, really, really took a toll on me. It really had me think about the thoughts about what occurred. Now, I'm not going to give you guys the full scoop into what happened because honestly, guys, I don't like talking about it. But I am going to tell you a little bit about it. So, I had this friend. I'm pretty sure you guys all know who I'm talking about. So, I don't really need to mention her name, but I'm pretty sure you guys know on who I'm talking about. We were friends for, let's see, it was before Halloween. So maybe beginning of October, maybe a little bit before that, into the last month. Um, so we weren't friends for not even a year, and a thing happened where I thought that she didn't want to hang out with me. Um, and that really, really took a toll on me because I have felt that way all my life because I'm so different and so, uniquely just unique than other people. I have this disability that other people in my life that I have met don't have. And they get along so well, and I'm just, in the back area without anyone. So that really hurt my self esteem, hurt my ability to even keep going. And that's another time when I had a suicidal attempt. Um, I didn't reach out to 988 at that time. I basically just journaled, and I wasn't painting then, so I just journaled about it, and that really helped. I read the Bible a little bit. I just took a few deep breaths, prayed, and that really helped along with it. But ever since then, the friendship ending, it's been really hard to not not necessarily trust people, but to trust that everything is okay when it's not, and behind closed doors it just isn't okay. And I don't, if she's watching this right now, I don't wish anything bad on you. um I definitely think the situation could have gone a little bit differently, but that's life. I mean, it's gonna have its ups and downs. That's a down part of my life. You just gotta learn to cope with it and move on. Trying to get a headache without these glasses on. Yeah, you just gotta learn to move on from your mistakes, move on from past things that have happened in your life that should not have happened. Um, Also with my relationship with my ex-boyfriend, um, that was really hard. We were in a long distance relationship for 7 months. Let's see, May through December. Yeah, about 7 months. Um, and it it was going great. It was great for the first few months. It was going amazingly. Amazingly is an award, Miley. It was going great the first 3 months. Going great, going great, going great, and then we got into a situation where all we talked about was negativity, and that's okay. It's okay to talk about negativity, but we talked about it so much to a point that that's all we talked about. That's out of all the amazing things that happen in life, that was happening in life, the amazing opportunities that we have in life, amazing things that are happening in life to other people, you know, all the positive things of life, we only talked about negativity. And that really did not sit well with either one of us. So we decided to break things off. I actually broke up with him, um, because we wanted to go our separate ways, and by we I mean me. I wanted to go my separate way. I wanted to focus on my family, on my connection with God. Those are the two things that I wanted personally to focus on, was my relationship with God and my family. Um, so I broke things off with him, and that was right before the new year. And when the new year hit, I felt this enthusiastic feeling in my body, like, okay, this is a new beginning. We have to forget about the past and move on. So I didn't forget about my ex-boyfriend. We didn't leave on the best terms, but we did not leave on the very worst terms. And I had to leave that in the past. I came to peace with it. I've come to terms with it. I don't wish anything could have gone differently. You know, I wish him the best, that life has to offer. He has amazing things coming for him in life. Um, Same with my friendship. I had to leave that in the past. I do wish things could have gone differently, but that's life. So I left that in the past. I've come to terms with it. I've come to peace with it. Um, yeah, you just have to learn to deal with your grief, deal with the anxiety that's happening in life, the struggles that are happening in life, and learn to move forward. You cannot focus on it, otherwise, that is just going to break you. And it broke me for a few months too, because I thought about that's all I thought about was my mistakes or my feelings, my struggles that I've had in past relationships, friendships, past struggles. That is all I focused on. And for the past 2 3 months, I that's all I focused on, and it really drained my mental health, everything. It really hurt me. But you just need to learn to cope with it, to move past it, and to make new beginnings, because that's all you have. That's all life has to offer you, is new beginnings, new starts. You have so much in life that is not here but will be here in the future. You just have to focus on that. And like I said, I don't want you guys to hate on my ex-boyfriend or my ex-friendship. Um, I don't want any hate to come from this video. I am just stating my reality, what has going on in my life for the past few months. Um, but yeah, you guys just have to learn to cope with it, and you'll be okay. I promise. And If you guys do need help, just a phone call away. 988. I've called them before. Well, I texted them before. I don't really like calls, but like I've texted them before. They really helped me. God is just one talk away. Your family, your friends, your dog, your cat. You know, you can talk to anybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.